you're looking for your first drone and you've done your research, and if you're anything like me, you see these Amazon drones, 150 bucks, then you see this one 300 bucks from DJI and a $1,000 one. Which one is right for you? All right, what we have here is the typical Amazon drone. It is the Holy Stone. Ruko is another one, 150 bucks on sale. And this is the brand new one from DJI, the Mini 4K, catered for people just like you. And this is their top of the line, their high end in the lightweight segment, the sub 250 gram. And this is the DJI Mini 4 Pro. Which one is right for you? Are you a beginner? Which one is the best beginner drone? And the answer may surprise you. So this is the $150 drone. It's the Holy Stone HS360, and you need a phone with it, and it's now connected. You connect the phone here, and it's using an app, and I think it is turned on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you the flying characteristics of it, the range and all that. So why don't we start with flying it, because that is probably the initial part of this scenario. What is the easiest to fly if you are a beginner? And what we're going to do is they all take off the same. You have some buttons to press to initiate the motors and take off. And here is the flight, and what we're looking at is the hover. You know, it's very windy right now, about 10 to 12 miles an hour, and this is the hover of this drone, and it's not that good, and you could make it swivel, so it's going up and down on its own. Okay, right there I have to save it. So that is the problem with these cheaper drones, is they don't hover too well, so they're not that easy to fly. They're not that stable. So I'm gonna make it turn. I'm gonna make it pivot, and as I'm turning it, it's going up. It's kind of losing its position. All right, and then I'm gonna go advance forward, and as I stop, it takes a while for it to stop. So you gotta get used to that, and then it goes back. It's got the same control, sideways, pivot, and whatnot. And I'm gonna take a couple photos, and then maybe a movie, right? Let's do some movie. So now we're filming a movie, and the good thing is all drones are gonna film the exact same movie or the exact same lighting, which is not ideal, very bright. So there it is, it's going up. They can all go up to their, and not very fast. And I can fly around. You will see the video is almost unusable, okay? But the photos are, so let's take some photos. And I believe it's a 4K. So that spot was on the left over there. And it's just gonna come down 6 feet away pretty harshly. It doesn't have sensors on the bottom, so it does a little bit of a hard landing. Okay, so there we go. So there's the $150 option. What we're gonna do next is we are gonna do the $300 option. It's the DJI Mini 4K. Hold it for a while, and then it should. All right, so right here, you see the DJI Mini 4K in action, and right here, what a difference, huh? Now you're talking about a company that's really sophisticated, dedicated to drones, DJI, and it's really holding its hover. It's got a really good GPS signal right here, and we are gonna do some swiveling and see how it holds its position. And as you can see, big puff of wind, it's holding its position. And then we are gonna take some photos. And we can see how fast it is. 14 meters per second. It's interesting. So here, return to home. Okay, so there is its home. It's about 12 feet away. It did worse than the Holy Stone Amazon drone. Aircraft in warning zone, takeoff permitted. Okay, so this drone is a little smarter. Home point updated. It tells you where it's comfortable flying, where it's safe. I'm gonna take off. Pivot. The shape of it is completely different. It likes to angle itself up like a little alien. And right there, it's holding its position and its altitude right where we left it. And then what we're gonna do is, so we are in a mode called normal. Let's go to sport again. Oh, and this one seems to be more snappy. So it is a flying machine for sure. Oh yeah, definitely more agile. I'm glad I'm doing this side by side. And it's really keeping its altitude well. So this is just a machine, huh? Okay. Stop on a dime. Yeah. Okay. Now let's take some photos. And here are the photos. They are in 48 megapixel and the colors are pretty bright and rich. A lot of formats on this. So for normal use, you can't really tell between this and the 4K, but if you're an enthusiast, you could definitely manipulate these photos more. And it has other tricks like night shot photos. It does very well at, and you can even shoot photos vertically. Okay, and now let's return to home. Yeah, I put a spot on the mat. Oh my God, so right there. Oh snap, it landed right where it took off, so amazing. I mean, the DJI Mini 4K was good, but this one was just pretty darn good. And now we're going to show you the true power of the DJI Mini 4 Pro, and it is obstacle avoidance, which was previously available just in the most expensive drones that they have. But with that, it has all these self-flying modes. You know, this is called master shots, and there's a ton of these shots that it can do by itself. And the other one is active tracking. Active tracking looks at a subject, a person, or a vehicle, and it will follow it. And it can not only follow it from behind, but from the front, from the side, with a lot of intelligence. So this really ups the usability of this drone. And you can even do waypoints where you define a flight pattern for the drone itself. All right, there you go. What do you think of that demonstration? Not too bad, huh? So these $150 drones to $300 drones from these small brand manufacturers from Amazon, not so good. You know, I I learned with these, and let me tell you, it was hard to learn. I almost got frustrated, but they get you going. For if it's under 200 bucks, sometimes even 100 bucks, could get you going. But understand the limitations. You can't really take video with these guys, and the flight is a little hetchy sketchy. So you need some good room. Which leads me to the real contenders here. We have the DJI Mini 4K for $299 and the DJI Mini 4 Pro for $959. And bottom line for you guys, if you want the best experience, the best user-friendly, the best beginner-friendly, it is really the DJI Mini 4 Pro. It is so easy to fly, and the main difference between these two guys is this one has obstacle avoidance. Obstacle avoidance, prevents you from crashing, and it enables a whole world of possibilities, meaning object tracking, self-flying, and all these patterns are all made possible by obstacle avoidance. Without that, you can't really, let it fly itself, because it's a liability. It's going to hit something. You might hit a person. So it's kind of ironic, the easiest to fly is the most expensive. So the question for you guys is this: if you want to get started with a quality drone, this is, not new technology, but this will get you going. As you can see, it's what put DJI on the map. The Mini 4K, the newest version of the DJI Mini 2. Different size, huh? About the same weight. But if you have the budget, if you think you're gonna get into it seriously and upgrade later, the best of the best is the Mini 4 Pro. It's that good. And they do have a lot of options. You can have it without a monitor. You could go for the Mini 3 Pro, which is, I wouldn't advise that, because it has half obstacle avoidance, meaning it has blind spots, and so it doesn't. I'd rather go with this than the Mini 3. But when you're ready to step up your game, Mini 4 Pro, but get the $299 one if you're on a tight budget, you can't go wrong.